Guess what? Today on Cooking with Tammy, we are going to be making a delicious one-pot Cajun chicken and rice recipe. When I tell you, absolutely delicious, not to mention quick and easy to put together using these seasonings right here. By the way, if you haven't purchased your seasonings as yet, what are you waiting for? Head on over to cookingwithtammy.shop, grab up your seasonings, because guess what? It's only going to make your recipes taste even better. You know your girl hits you with the banging recipes. In order to step it up even more, you gotta get these seasonings. I don't know what else to tell you. So with all of that being said, guys, let's head on over to the kitchen and let's get it. First on up is our chicken thighs. Our chicken thighs has been washed, clean, prepped, and as I mentioned before, they're bone in. It's going to be better to use the bone in chicken because if we use the boneless chicken, it's going to cook a little bit too fast, all right? And it may be a little bit dry. We're trying to lock in as much moisture as possible, and that's another reason why I left the skin on. To jazz this recipe on up a bit, we're going to be using finely chopped parsley, along with our array of bell peppers, both red and green. And we also have some finely chopped garlic along with diced onions. We're going to incorporate some turkey ham with this recipe as well. Now here's the thing, guys. Feel free to use regular ham if you want to, all right? Or you can even substitute with andouille sausages. We also have our lemon with chicken broth and oil. For my oil preference, I'm going to be using avocado oil along with long grain rice. Now, when it comes to the seasonings, your girl Cooking with Tammy has her own seasoning line out. Yay! Can I get a hooray for that one, all right? It's been a long process, but it's so worth it, guys. When I tell you these seasonings right here is everything that you're going to need in your kitchen, it's definitely going to be a kitchen staple. Rocking out with these seasonings right here is going to take your cooking to the next level. When I tell you flavorful, and the great thing about it is you're not going to need a ton of seasonings. All right, so we have our Cajun seasoning. We also have our Creole seasoning. Yes, we do. And we also have our seafood seasoning. However, we're not going to rock out with the seafood seasoning today, all right? We're going to save that for another recipe. However, we are going to use our Cajun seasoning. I'm going to keep the Creole seasoning out just in case I want to incorporate it, but I don't have to because like I said before, each individual seasoning has everything that you're going to need. So without further ado, let's get it, guys. Let's make this one pot chicken meal. We're going to hit this chicken off with a little bit of oil, just a small drizzle, because we want to be able to spread the seasoning onto the chicken without any resistance or any problem, so to speak. All right, we're going to hit it off with our delicious Cajun seasoning, guys. Check it on out. We have everything in here that, oh my God, everything that you're going to need to make your meals absolutely flavorful and delicious. We're going to pick the skin on up, season it up really good under the skin because we want the flavors to be locked in, not just on the top, but also under the skin as well. Once we're done, we're going to flip it on over. And we're going to season up the bottom as well. And did I forget to mention, this seasoning has no salt. That's why I'm wilding out the way I am. Yes, I am. I'm showing out. Let me tell you something, guys. When this seasoning was created, it was created with everyone in mind, all right? Also, it was created with wanting that Cajun flair or Cajun kick of flavor minus the, let's just say it, minus the high sodium or blood pressure, all right? I'm so tired of like eating foods that they claim is Cajun, but you're not tasting the Cajun flavor. And the only way to taste it is if you go in heavy with the seasoning. And guess what? If you go in heavy with the seasoning, you're going in heavy with the salt as well. So that's why I created this seasoning without any sodium, so you can have the opportunity to add sodium if you prefer. Now that our chicken is all seasoned up, we're going to grab our skillet, place the chicken skin side down into the skillet. Now here's the thing. Not because we're frying it with the skin on means we're going to keep the skin on after the cooking process, but it is important in order to lock in that moisture and keep the chicken nice and moist to keep the skin on until after the cooking process. So we're going to lay it once again, skin side down, place all of the chicken into the hot skillet, allow it to cook on both sides for about 10 minutes on each side. Once we're done, we're going to flip it on over just like that. And as you can see, it is perfect. Our chicken has cooked for a total of about 20 minutes. 10 minutes per side, but I'm not saying that the chicken is cooked all the way through at this point. However, we are going to continue the cooking process. Once we're done, we're going to remove the chicken from the pan, place it onto a plate, and set it aside until later. Using the same pan, we're going to add our ham, whether it be turkey ham, regular ham, or even sausage. Get it in the pan, toss it around really good. Allow all of those beautiful flavors to be extracted from the meat. And we're going to combine it really well. Our meat is fried on up, so we're going to introduce our veggies to this pan, starting with our onions, followed by our bell peppers, both red and green, of course. Once we're done, we're going to give it a quick toss, combine the veggies with the sausage, mix it up really, really good. After about 30 seconds, we're going to add our finely chopped garlic. Let's add some of our freshly chopped parsley. Give that a good mix as well. Make sure everything is perfectly combined. And it's about that time. We are going to add our rice. Now, as you can see, I know somebody's going to ask, because every time I make a rice video, someone always asks whether or not if my rice is pre-cooked. No, the rice is not pre-cooked. First of all, it takes about 20 minutes depending on the type of rice that you're using to cook. And if I say within the directions, we're going to be cooking for about 20 minutes. I'm assuming, of course, the rice is raw. But anyway, this rice is not pre-cooked. However, it is pre-washed. We're going to combine our rice with our veggie and meat mixture. Yes, we are. Let's season it up. Let's jazz it on up just a bit. We're going to get in there. We're going to add some of Cooking with Tammy's Cajun seasoning. Yes, we are. Followed by our Creole seasoning. Add a good amount. We want all of that delicious Cajun Creole flavor. What? And at this point in time, we are going to add our chicken broth, which is going to give it even more flavor. Once you're done, you're going to give it a final stir. I'm going to add some more fresh parsley to the top. Hit it with a quick spritz of lemon and stir it on up. Lower the flame, allow it to come to a slow simmer. When it comes to the cooking instructions, after we've added our chicken back to the pan, we can choose to cover it on down with aluminum foil or a lid. Allow it to cook on the stovetop for about 15 to 20 additional minutes, or we can simply cover it down with some aluminum foil or a lid once again, and place it into our 350-degree Fahrenheit oven and allow it to cook on up for about 20 to 25 minutes. For this particular recipe, I am going to opt for cooking it in the oven. Check on it within 20 to 25 minutes. Make sure everything is good to go. And as you can see, we are in business, guys. Our one-pot chicken and rice recipe is done. Yes! And it looks absolutely gorgeous. Not to mention the flavors. OMG. To step this dish up even more and give it some extra personality, let's add some freshly chopped parsley, along with adding some lemon slices, and boom, there you go, guys. It smells really, really delicious. I can't wait to dig in. And I know a lot of you are probably wondering, wait a minute, I wonder if that chicken is cooked all the way through. But before we get to that point, we want to jazz this recipe up even more. So we're going to take a small amount of butter, maybe about 2 tablespoons. We're going to melt it on down. I'm going to add some of my Cajun seasoning to the butter, along with a little pinch of chicken bouillon and fresh parsley. We're going to combine it really good, and we're going to use our barbecue brush, and we're going to spread it on the chicken. And if we have any of that butter sauce remaining, we're going to drizzle it onto the rice. And guys, it's time for our taste test. OMG. And I know a lot of you are probably wondering, I wonder if that chicken is cooked all the way through. No worries. We are going to find out in a second. In the meanwhile, let's plate some of this delicious food on up. And let's get into this chicken, all right? Wow, check it on out. All of the seasoning is locked into the chicken. Not to mention the chicken is nice and moist and beautiful and cooked all the way through. Now what? What you got to say? We're going to take a good serving of some of this perfectly seasoned rice, add it to the plate with our chicken. We're going to spritz it with some lemon juice, and we're going to get in there and take a big bite. And I can guarantee you, if you don't try this recipe, you are definitely missing out. Not only is this recipe so flavorful and tasty, not to mention absolutely affordable and quick and easy to put together. All right, it's a win-win in every aspect. Anyway, guys, as always, don't forget to check out cookingwithtammy.shop. Grab up those seasonings while there's still some left, because believe you me, they are going really fast. All right, and as always, I'm your girl Cooking with Tammy. I'm going to keep hitting you with these delicious recipes. And as always, I will definitely catch you in another video. Talk to you later. Bye, guys.